Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can live the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. As always, if you get value out of this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button below so you're notified when I do more videos just like this. And don't forget to let me know in the comment section what your biggest takeaway is from this video. With that said, let's go ahead and dive in to today's episode. What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you for another episode of Marketing with Misha. And today I'm going to talk about a somewhat controversial topic, but something that I personally really think needs to be addressed for those of you who want to, start an online business, get profitable, do it without the overwhelm, without the confusion, and create as much results as humanly possible for every single hour that you invest in your business. So with that said, as always, if you guys get value, don't forget to go ahead and comment and share. And I'm gonna go ahead and dive right in. So what I wanna talk about today is the somewhat controversial topic of how hard work can actually hurt your success. How hard work can actually keep you back from making progress. How hard work can actually come back and bite you in the butt long term and keep you confused, keep you overwhelmed, keep you spinning your wheels, and keep you from making progress as quickly as you humanly could. So I know everyone out there, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, and every one of the other big time gurus are telling you, you gotta work 48 hours per day, you gotta work 400 hours per week, and you got to grind it out, in order to create success. And that's the only way. And that's kind of the message, nonstop. Hustle, 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 grind, hustle, 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 grind, 48-hour days, 500-hour weeks. And it's just getting to the point where it's crazy. And I think why it hits a hot button for me is, look, when I first got started, I tried everything. I was like the definition of walking massive fucking action. I was going nonstop. I was writing emails. I was creating blog posts. I was shooting videos just like this. I was creating offers. I was hosting webinars. It was actually Hangouts way back when I first got started. Google Hangouts were like the popular kid on the block. And God, I tried all of it, right? And I worked 14-hour days nonstop to try to create my online breakthrough, and all of it only led to more struggling. All of it only led to more failure. All of it only led to me going in the wrong direction faster. All of which led to me being nearly $10,000 in debt, totally overwhelmed the first 9 months of my journey, going further and further and further into the red. And at the low of the low, actually getting addicted to prescription pain medication, to be honest, just as a way to numb the internal pain of feeling like a total fucking loser, of feeling like a failure, and, feeling like everyone was looking at me and judging me and looking at my failure, looking at my lack of success with my business, and again, just feeling like a failure. And I remember feeling like, again, no matter what I tried, no matter how hard I worked, I could never seem to crack the code. I could never seem to get the entire puzzle. I always kind of felt like there was a piece of the puzzle missing. And my solution was to always work harder, but I never got closer towards achieving my goals. And that's what I want to talk about to you here today. My whole thought process back then, and the message that's constantly being conveyed to everyone on the internet today, and what everyone's subscribing to, is that if you want to create success, just work harder. If you want to, build your business faster, just work harder. If you want to see more progress, just work harder. And the truth is that doesn't actually work. And the key word that I want to hone in on, I want to talk about two things, but firstly, the key word that I want to hone in on is the word just, all right? Just working harder is just about the dumbest thing that you can do for your business. And look, if this pisses you off, this might not be for you, but I'm keeping it totally real and totally authentic. Just working harder is the fastest way to go flat broke fast. Just working harder on all the wrong things on a daily basis is a surefire way to lose all of your money. Just working on all the wrong activities on a daily basis is a prescription for spending your life in front of the computer. If you're trying to build an online business, which I'm guessing you are if you're here watching this video, it's a prescription for spending your entire life in front of a computer screen without ever producing any fucking results. And look, if you're anything like me, and excuse my language as I fired up in these lives, but if you're anything like me, guess what? You want to produce results. Guess what? You probably want to produce as much results as humanly possible for every hour invested. Look, if you want to work 2 hours a day, you can get results. If you want to work 10 hours a day, you can get results. But you don't want to do dumb shit for 10 hours a day and not get results. That's the last thing you want to do. One of my mentors says that there are few things worse than running in the wrong direction enthusiastically. And if you're getting value, leave me a comment. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares, all that jazz. But again, one of my mentors talks about, the idea of always working hard, massive action, more action, just work harder, and compares it to the simple fact that if you're doing the wrong thing and you try to work harder, what you're doing is you're running in the wrong direction faster. And if you're running in the wrong direction faster, you're only going to run into more confusion, more overwhelm, more pain, more struggling, just like I did way back when in my journey. All right. And the truth is, what you actually need is, look, if you want to build a multi-million-dollar business, if you want to create success at any level, there's going to be a period where you have to work hard, right? If you want to build a six-figure business, you got to work hard for a little while. You got to learn some skill sets. But then, to be honest, at a certain point with a six-figure business, you can kind of end up cruising, all right? It's not really hard to make six figures and work a few hours per day. Now, again, obviously, results not guaranteed, results not typical. I'm telling you based on my own personal experience. Now, if you want to build an 8-figure business, a $10 million per year business, you're going to have to work your face off. You're going to have to work all the time, and you're going to have to grind it out, at least for a certain period of time, when you get the team in place and when you get the players in place executing upon the roles that they should be executing upon. But either which way, if you work 17, 18, 20 hours a day on the wrong activities, you will never hit six figures. If you work 50 hours a day, like Gary Vaynerchuk tells you to, and invest your entire soul into working 50 hours a day, never sleeping, never hanging out with your family and friends, never enjoying your life, never taking a break, constantly working every Saturday, Sunday, weekend, holiday, vacation, just how those guys preach, but you're working on the wrong things, you'll never see success in your business. You will never break through. And you can throw six figures out of the window, you'll never make a single dime. And so the paradigm shift that I want you to understand is, look, it's not that you just work harder, you have to work smarter, and then you have to work harder. You have to have the right foundation and the right formula, and then you have to work hard in that formula and work hard for a period of time depending on what your goals are. And when I figured out that in my journey, when I discovered the right roadmap and the right formula with the right business model, with the right mentorship, and then applied the right strategy and worked hard with that right strategy, that's when everything broke through for me. Very quickly, I went on to make, six figures within just 6 months of learning that right strategy with the right system. From there, I went on to scale my business to the multi-million-dollar mark with, record months of $1 million in just a single month. And nowadays I have anywhere from, 60 plus high ticket clients per month who come through. And again, my business runs using systems, automations. I get to live an amazing lifestyle out here on the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. And the truth of the matter is that it's not just because I worked hard. Yes, did I work hard for a period of time? Absolutely. But the true key and the true turning point for me was when I threw the idea of, I'm just going to work hard, I'm just going to muscle it, I'm just going to try to, apply more leverage through adding more hours. I threw that old, broken, just outdated thought process out the window. And instead I adopted the idea of, I'm going to work smart. I'm going to set up systems. I'm going to set up processes. I'm going to set up automation. And I'm gonna work hard, but while I'm working hard, I'm gonna work smart. And as a result, for every hour I input, I'm gonna get maximum output. And the minute that I adopted that philosophy, the minute that I went ahead and applied that philosophy, tactic, and strategy to my own personal business and my own personal journey, I created my breakthrough, I accelerated my progress, I accelerated my profit, and I didn't do it just through working hard. All right, so forget the word just. Do you have to work hard? Yes, but you got to work hard, you got to work smart, you have to have the right formula, you have to have the right mentorship, you have to have the right community, and you have to know what you're doing. And then when you know all those things, once again, you can create success in your business. So with that said, that's my message for you here today. Give me some comments, likes, hearts, shares, all that jazz if you guys got value. And hey, somewhere around this video, there should be a free gift for you to download. Go ahead and download it, where I'll go ahead and share with you the same formula and the same roadmap that allowed me to throw the whole I'm gonna work 18 hours a day thought process out the window, gave me the right roadmap and the right formula to execute upon to get big results when I went ahead and did. So go ahead, claim your free gift. Either which way, I hope you got a ton of value. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, be sure to go ahead and share this video, tag them up in the comments, and leave me a quick comment letting me know what your biggest takeaway was. And with that said, I hope you got a ton of value. Till next time, over and out.